Hey, what's going on? You're now tuned in to the PVD Horror Podcast. I'm Brandon, and today I'm joined by actress Camille Sullivan to talk about her new film, Shelby Oaks, which is set to release in theaters on October 24th. Camille, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. So I was able to check out Shelby Oaks at Fantastic Fest, and I noticed that you were also in attendance. What was your experience like at the film festival?
It was great. It was my first time at Fantastic Fest, and I thought it was amazing. I'd never even been to an Alamo Draft House. We don't have them in Canada, and it was
Okay.
so cool. It was just like I thought the theater was cool. I thought the audience was like super dialed in. Like I don't know about you watching it, but sometimes they were so quiet. You could
Yeah.
hear a pin drop, and it was just like I don't know. I felt like people were really with it. It was cool.
Yeah, that was my first time at Fantastic Fest as well, and my first time at Alamo Draft House. Like you said, the experience right that there was really awesome, and I think that it really set the tension for, the fans to kind of like embrace the film. Um, so now just getting into Shelby Oaks, um, how how did you first get involved with this project, and what drew you towards the role as Mia?
It was kind of an out of the blue thing where
Mm,
my agent got an email from Chris and from the producers at Paper Street Pictures. And I didn't know Chris. I wasn't familiar. So I was asking my agent, I'm like, are these people legit? Like,
yeah.
what's gonna happen to me if I go to Cleveland? She's like, it's fine. They're good. So I read the script and I met with Chris over Zoom, and I really loved the relationship between Mia and Riley, the two sisters at the core of the movie. I thought the love was so strong between them that it gave the whole movie an emotional core as well as the scariness of it and the fun of it. And so I thought that was really cool. So that's what drew me to it initially.
After watching the film and you were so locked in, I need to know what inspired you to get into acting anyway from the beginning.
Well, in Toronto. I grew up in Toronto and I went to an arts high school there where I studied painting. But I was able, at the same time, they did plays. So I was able to do a couple of plays, and I realized, and I'd always loved movies, but I didn't really look at acting as a thing that people did as like a real job,
Mhm.
it seemed like a fantasy. So I didn't really consider it. And then later down the road, I moved to British Columbia to go to university. And I started taking the acting program there. And then I kind of was like, okay, this is what I want to do. Why don't I just try it and,
Mhm.
see if it works out? So I took a leap of faith and it worked out.
So now Shelby Oaks has a very unique tone, part mystery, part supernatural horror. How did you prepare for the role, within the story itself?
I tried to, as much as I could, to prepare the backstory, prepare the relationship so that that was really locked in, and as well as because at the start of the film, Riley has disappeared 12 years ago. So
Mm.
how that's affected Mia's life and how the last 12 years have kind of left her emotionally atrophied in a way and affected her marriage and affected her ability to move forward. So layering on all those levels to make the importance of finding her and the belief that she will find her so strong and so real so that it can drive every scene of the movie.
Now, you appeared in intense supernatural films before, but what draws you to dark material?
Oh gosh, that's like a question for my therapist. If I had one, I don't. I prefer to wallow in it. I do like dark material. I think I like to watch it and I like to do it. And I think the reason really is the same as why everybody likes to watch it. I think is just that there are dark things in the world. We do go through
Mm.
grief. We do go through loss. People do bad things. And as a way to kind of make sense of the world and to make sense of those emotions and hopefully help other people who might be going through something dark to make sense of their own journey as well.
Now, I need to know, like, what are some of your favorite horror films of all time?
Oh gosh, lots. The Exorcist, The
Okay.
Shining, in the more comedy vein, Bubba Hotep, and Vampire's Kiss, Rosemary's Baby. I guess this is technically a horror. Antichrist, Lars von
Yeah.
Trier. Very scary.
Yeah.
Those are
Those
the
are some
top of my head.
those are some good picks. You know, going into this project, how was it working with Chris Stuckmann, especially knowing that this was his like debut feature?
I really like working with first-time directors. I think it's
Mm.
really fun because they're so invested. I mean, everyone's always invested. It's very hard to make a film, but your first film is your baby. So
Yeah.
I really like that. And working with him, he was very generous. He was so prepared. He knew exactly what he wanted, and he was open to my ideas and my contributions, which is not always the case with directors. So we were able to have a really good back and forth, a really good dialogue. And I always felt protected and valued, and that I had a safe place to do whatever I needed to do. So he was great.
Because I also had Patrick Lawrence, the editor of the film, on the show, and he talked about just his experience of working with Chris and how, some of the film was already edited before he even got picked up. And so him going into it, he said he was just impressed with the work that Chris has done. I just want to say congratulations to you for being a part of this project because I can't wait for everybody to check it out. I had a great time watching it.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I think it's great. I think people are going to have a riot. And I'm so happy for Chris, and I'm so happy for just the enthusiasm around his success. People are really pulling for him and
Hmm.
wanting the movie to be good, and it is. So great.
Yeah. Like the fans, we're not gonna spoil anything, but it's just like a wild twist and ride. Like you did your own stunts in this film, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, no, there was a double for a couple of the
Oh,
things.
okay.
One day I had a double. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Now,
would have done it. I asked, but they wouldn't let me.
okay, cause I know that you before, like you on other projects in the past, you would do your own stunts and kind of stuff like that too, right? So,
Yeah, I do like to. If there's fighting and stuff and they will let me do it, then I will definitely do it. But sometimes they're worried. They're like, we still need you for another week. So
yeah. What was the collaboration like among the cast, especially with the intense emotional subject matter?
it was really good. With Brendan Sexton III, who played my husband. He's obviously a very accomplished actor and
Hmm.
a very good actor, and a very nice guy. And the set was surprisingly light. Like there was a lot of joking around in between when we weren't working, not right before you shoot a scene, but like not right before a take, but like, in between the scenes when we're blocking and stuff. And I think that that helps to keep it. For me, I don't want it to be heavy, heavy, heavy all the time because then Camille will just get sad and depressed. You know what I mean? Instead of
Yeah.
like having it appear on camera. So if I can just stay light and in the moment and enjoying myself, then when it comes to the dark things, the darkness almost comes more easily because it's just a different side of the same coin, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Now, I need to know, do you have a favorite behind the scenes moment of, filming with the cast?
Yeah, I mean, I have lots, but I'll tell you one, and I have told this story to other people, but I still think it's a good story. So we were filming at the prison, and there's a scene where I run down the catwalk, and the camera's here, and the drone is following me, and there's nobody else at the other end, and there's no lights or any. I just run into darkness. So I would do
Okay.
it a few times. I'm just running straight into the darkness, and then the last time we're doing it, I'm running as fast as I can, and I hear this tiny voice go, "No, no, 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 no," and I'm like, "What?" And then I started walking back and I'm like, is someone here? And then the same voice goes, it's just me. And I'm like, I don't know who that is. I do not find that reassuring. I'm pretty sure that's a ghost going, don't worry, you're fine. So I went back and I asked a bunch of the crew, like, was that you? Was that you? And everyone was like, no, no, no. And I thought, I saw a ghost. But eventually I did find it was Lauren, one of our PAs, and she was worried I was
Right.
going to run into a light stand. But for a while there, I really thought I'd had an encounter.
Oh man. After working on Shelby Oaks, has it changed your view of, other horror projects or anything that you would like to work on in the future? Or like how has it shaped you? Are you ready? Are you prepared for like what's next?
Yeah, I just want to go deeper. I love it. I love doing horror. I love the horror community too. Like it's
Mm,
fun to make the movie and then it's fun to release the movie because people are
yeah.
really excited about it and genuinely just can't wait to see it and have a good time and get into it. And I find that I mean, that's as good as it gets.
It was cool. I seen that there was like, that backer poster that came out that just kind of had everyone's name on it. I think that's really special, because going into projects, it really takes a lot of people to kind of like help shape and form like how this project's going to go. And just seeing, Chris have that support and for you to have the support from the fans. Did you go to any of the screenings with the backers? How
I
was
didn't
that
go
for
to
you?
any screenings with the backers, but we did have backers come on set while we were shooting
Oh, okay.
sometimes. There was once in a while there'd be somebody there for the day just to kind of experience it and watch the shooting, and that was really fun because it was like I like that this is a crowdfunded project, and then it's really
Mm.
by the community for the community in a way. And I just and I think what else is really special about it is that it gives people encouragement, I think, to make their own projects too. You know, if you want
Yeah.
to make something, just get out there and make it. You know, not necessarily will Neon pick it up, but you know, it'll get you started, and everybody has a right to make their own thing, and everybody should.
I agree. Now, can you share any other upcoming projects that you're working on now or that they'll be releasing soon?
I know I have something in coming up, but I'm not free to talk about it yet, although it will be
Okay.
fun and it will be a horror. And
Okay.
I have a movie that just came out in Canada called just Canada only, but She Talks to Strangers on VOD, and it's a dark comedy about revenge.
Okay. I want to definitely check that out. Can you tell the listeners where they can find you on social media?
Yes, I'm on Instagram, Sullivan.Camille, and I'm on X at Camille Sully.
Thank you so much for coming on. And for everybody listening, make sure you check out Shelby Oaks in theaters October 24th.
Thank you so much.
Takes a lot of love for a person to do this.